GM, crypto news analysis here. It is February 16th. And before I get into this video, please read the disclaimer below on the take of the showing the tokens in these videos. So let's talk about the price action of the majors of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is actually, so as you guys can see, it seems like it's locally distributing a bit. And what I'm actually expecting on this is we could see it retest 94K in the next few days. Like I know I said that, probably see it squeeze the higher, but perhaps not after what we're seeing right now. I mean, it looked like it here, but now that it's a little bit of a downtrend, at least in the 4 hour, well, it's more of a case that we might actually see it tap 94K locally, and it's most likely a hard support there because we've seen how many times it's tapped there and bounced pretty heavily. I mean, last time it went there, it bounced like insanely high, like here. Like it's bounced from here. We most likely will see this in the next few days, and most likely bounce pretty hard, and then we could see it go upwards. Has to close above 98K before we could try to go up to these next 100 zones, and then we'll probably see a bit more choppy price action until maybe late February, early March or so, and then we can have some fun with the altcoins. But that's pretty much what's going on. Bitcoin pretty slow today, and most likely going to see some dips. And I'm planning to buy AI coins personally, or base memes, whatever the fuck is at a better price at that time. But let's look at the liquidation heat map. So yeah, now there's a bit more liquidity stacked on this lower side, and I'm still expecting perhaps 94K possibly, but it could honestly, maybe it does bounce from here as well, because the fact that it's tapped this liquidity zone, and it could probably just bounce from here based off maybe a support around here. It's possible, but I'm still biased for 94K somehow. So yeah, and let's look at the price action of the altcoins here. So if we look at Solana Infra, Solana AI, nothing's really that insane except for Audic, I would say. Audic is really strong in this market environment right now. I mean, it did dump from its local highs in the last few days or so because of the Libra shit, but a lot of altcoins are pretty much down on the day. Also, virtual is pretty much going sideways. Nothing exciting to see here. Base memes also pretty just sideways action. Solana memes as well. And I put two different ones for the best Solana memes because there's so many of them, but I would say like one of the most interesting ones, I don't have this by the way, but crash out is extremely strong on Solana. So I'm expecting this to, I don't know, I might have to look into this one a bit more because this is actually super strong. So this one's very interesting to see, especially in those market conditions. But yeah, right now, just a lot of consolidation currently, nothing really exciting. And look at the cookie off on dashboard. Yeah, pretty much sideways, nothing that much to say. But let's talk the tweets here. So I'm not going to read this whole tweet here, but he was essentially talking about what the fuck is going on in crypto right now in the space. So look at this, the reality check. Meme coin trading is becoming a 24/7 sprint where you're considered late after 15 minutes, only for 6 to 12 hours is seen as long-term. Every new token launch feels like a trap. So yeah, look at this, a hard truth. This isn't sustainable. Good products are being overshadowed. Experienced traders are burning out. The community is losing faith. And what do we need? Return to fundamentals, focus on sustainable growth, support for real builders, community-driven accountability. Yeah, so right now in crypto, at least on Solana, the meta is with all these fucking meme coins being launched by countries, and then they rug on everyone within like the fucking first hours or so, which is insane. That's where all the liquidity is going, right? But thing is that this is such a lot of liquidity extraction, and nothing's really pumping because everyone is selling their bags to chase this, and then they have to sell to other altcoins to maybe pay debts or whatever the fuck because they're leverage trading this shit. But essentially right now it's just not really that good, at least sentiment wise, on crypto Twitter. It is at the absolute pits right now, and as a result of that, we need a reset of a narrative, a new narrative to come in. And yeah, I agree with his take here where a return to the fundamentals. So either AI coins or the old Dino Solana meme coins, I would say, or even base meme coins. These ones are most likely going to catch the next bits. I'm more biased for AI personally because I think it's a better narrative and it's just the fresher new narrative, so I think it'll go up more. But the other ones, Solana memes, like the old ones, also will go up too, base memes as well. But thing is that currently we need a new narrative. It's just that, right? So eventually people are going to catch on to this and become more red pilled to the fact that all of these new launches are just insider plays, and the chances of you making money on them at this point is just so fucking low. Like at this point, most people, they have to find a new place to bid, and I'm still willing to say it's AI because despite all this, or there's other good Solana memes, like it seems like Crash Out's doing pretty good, like the strong Solana memes, and then Solana AI, at least on the Solana chain, are going to catch the next visit because people will be like, okay, well, the believe in something meta could come back, like the Murad meta or whatnot, and that could just be quite good, right? We need a narrative shift. But let's look at this where, let's not forget that Libra was launched by Moonshot, which has clearly provided advanced info of the launch. And after insiders extracted 100 millions of liquidity from the token, Moonshot delisted the token. So many big players and platforms are directly implicated in this rug. Yeah, there's a lot of insider bullshit with Libra, like a lot of big players, and it's just sketchy, man. I'm just gonna say after this cycle, I won't be surprised if a shit ton of people end up going to jail on this. But let's look at this where this dude might actually be retarded, by the way. Not only did he piss off a lot of potentially violent people and cause them substantial financial loss, he's now acting like sort of unrugging after they've realized losses and bottom feeders have loaded up for round 2, all while releasing a public statement effectively throwing a little president fund in the country under the bus and fully doctoring them out. I don't even know what to say. So he's essentially saying, okay, guys, we fucked up with the Libra launch, and what I'm going to do to reprimand for this, for reparations, is to inject the liquidity back into the chart. And it did pump like 3x in the bottoms, right? But the fact still remains, like, there's still people out here that dumped their life savings, like probably Argentinian citizens, for example. They saw it, was like, oh my God, I'm going to promote my country here, or people think it's a token to invest in a country like Argentina. Well, these motherfuckers got rugged to hell, and this guy essentially saying, oh, yo, guys, my bad, I'm going to inject the liquidity back. Like, you got to realize these motherfuckers already lost their money. They most likely probably sold at the bottom because they're at peak desperation, peak depression, and this is just spitting on their face after just, it's just fucking stupid. And then he's showing his fucking face here. Like, why? Like, he looks like a fucking retard, man. Oh my God, bro. I don't know. This is so cringe. When I was watching this, I was like, he needs to take an IQ test. He's doing all of the wrong things here. Like, if you were the insider here, obviously it fucking sucks. This is actual some insider bullshit crime. But like, you showing your face is probably one of the worst things you can do, because now people are going to come after you, and I don't know, something's bad going to happen to this dude. Karmic retribution's a real fucking thing, especially for this motherfucker. But let's look at this, where post Libra rug is going to be a lot harder to be profitable. We may even see lower majors. Bitcoin, Solana, ETH, main crypto guys have significantly less to bid. Main lost their whole ports. It's a huge shit show. Going for years for a moment like this. We thought it would be a second Trump one. We got cooked instead. It's hard posting anything in Telegram because everything has been a short-term hold. I'll try to post shit and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. It's fucking horrible right now, and a lot of liquidity has been destroyed from this Libra rug. So that means that, I mean, the liquidity will come back over time because we are still in bull market, right? So the liquidity will eventually come back. But instead of us having our fun, like, we should have had altcoins do some nice things because they're starting to bottom around late January. So, and it should have been by now, like, altcoins would have been having good times. But the fact of all these stupid ass launches by all these celebrities and sucking out the liquidity, which is a huge market extraction, so liquidity is, there's less of it circulating. Well, this is just fucking bad because now there's less liquidity to go around to pump coins, and there has to be this reset. We have to wait for the market to come back like that, and eventually over time, because we know that as the dollar gets printed, like from an economic standpoint, there's going to be more and more dollars put into the ecosystem, injected into the economy, especially with the Trump administration, and that liquidity will eventually flow into the altcoins. Most of it will go to Bitcoin, but a fraction of it will go to altcoins, which is enough for them to see 100x's. But let's look at this, where I'm not going to read this whole thing, but two things that never change the human nature: the urge to gamble, speculate, and the desire for easy money. So yeah, look at all these examples where all of these people are essentially speculating things like .com bubble, for example. A lot of people knew that, housing crisis, crypto meme stocks, and the assets, they change, right? But the behavior stays the same. Greed drives mania, FOMO fuels bubbles, and when reality catches up, the cycle resets. Some win, many lose. But speculation never dies; it just finds a new playground. And crypto, it takes it to another fucking level. And yeah, there's always a new technology, but the psychology remains the same. So yeah, you got to realize that in crypto, like, people, they think it's so over. They think that the liquidity never come back, the coins will never pump back. No, eventually they will be, especially in any market, because what's always going to be constant is human psychology. We haven't really evolved that much from the last few years in humans. We still have these emotional aspects of us because they were necessary for our survival, right? But in the markets, there probably are absolute bane here, and the fact is that most people, they haven't mastered their emotions for trading or their markets, so a lot of people, they lose money in crypto, and as a result of that, then okay, well, we know the psychology is going to be constant, so it doesn't mean that it's completely doomed here, and eventually there will be this greed part, because right now I would argue sentiment wise we are pretty much maximum fear. Everyone thinks it's going to the fucking ground and all that shit. Well, no, we're gonna be fine, just relax. But let's look at this, where this is wild. Portnoy sent 6 million Libra to allegedly write a post. Portnoy sends a draft to Hayden before publishing. Hayden says he can't say he received free tokens. Portnoy sends free tokens back. Who else received tokens for an undisclosed shield of Libra? This runs deep. And this, again, this is just fucking retarded. Insiders is just stupid. But let's look at this, where classic CZ posts about AI agents, DGens, a BNB AI, top-notch research guys. You know, they're a bunch of fucking agents. Yeah, so they're making AI agents on BNB chain now. Like CZ even made a tweet about this, where not trying to push any specific AI agent tokens, but want to see more AI agent development on chain. In real use cases, real developments often happen after the hype has passed. So obviously he's trying to nudge this toward his own chain because that'll pump his own bags. But yeah. It's just a lot of them are just pump and dumps from what I saw. The AI agents on Binance chain, I wouldn't really play them. I don't think Binance chain is going to be the focus, at least for this bull run. It's still going to be Solana and Base, and I guess you could argue like stragglers like Sui or Hyperliquid, but like for most people, they should just focus on Solana and Base, and like don't fucking bother with all these other tokens. I mean, if you played a narrative with the TST and you made money on it, that's great, but it's most likely not going to be long lasting is what I'm trying to say here. But let's look at this last tweet. It's a bit of a bull pulse on AI. But Microsoft, they essentially created an AI model to make your own AI agent, 100% open source. Agent can co-pilot your computer. And it seems like if you tokenize it, acquires users, capital cost, governance, decentralized ownership. So yeah, Microsoft, they released a tool called the Omni Parser V2. Turns any LLM into an agent capable of using a computer, which is fucking crazy. So, and it can have all these models like DeepSeek GPT, Sonnet, Quinn. This is just... yeah, that's nice, bro. But I did some research on the Microsoft side of things as well. Like Microsoft, they're super pushing AI as well with things like Power Apps and Power Automates and whatever the fuck else. They have the metaverse, the dataverse. They have all of the shit in Microsoft. They're really trying to push AI. And we know that Microsoft is probably one of the largest work infrastructures, at least software-wise, for pretty much any workplace. And when a lot of workplaces are using this, where they're already usually somehow tech savvy, then they're going to implement AI, and now the AI is going to be mass adopted because Microsoft is pushing it, since they're probably the biggest infrastructure for software for workplaces. Well, what does that mean for the AI narrative on crypto? But that's pretty much all I'm saying in this video. So currently, right now, market's still a little choppy. Short term, we could see Bitcoin go a little lower, 94K. It's possible, but I wouldn't really expect anything super fucking crazy by now currently. And what I would say to focus on, still look at Solana AI, Base AI. These are probably one of the best places. Base memes are also pretty good. There are some niche Solana memes like Crash Out, for example. I'm looking at this one. This one's really, really, really strong. So you could also look at this one, perhaps. I'm not showing this. I don't have it. I got to do some more research on this, but I'm really interested in the strength currently. But a lot of these tokens are not really too into it on Solana. There's only going to be some small exceptions. Like I don't think there's anything like Crash Out here. Like again, it sounds like I'm glazing this. I don't have it, but this strength is fucking insane for a Solana meme coin. But base meme coins, on the other hand, not really moving either that much either. So yeah, right now pretty much dollar cost average, just chill, max, just learn whatever the fuck. It's not really good times to be trenching basically, and I feel like I've been repeating the same thing in the last few videos, but it's just been so choppy. I mean, you look at Bitcoin's price action. Look, it's look at this, bro. It's been the same price basically for the last like 2 weeks. This is so cooked for like people's mentals. They can't handle this. And I think eventually we will see some volatility, whether it's upside or downside. In the midterm, I'm biased for upside, but short term, we could see it go lower before it goes up. But yeah, that's pretty much all I'm saying in this video, and I'll see you guys.